After a long break of videos, finally back, and here I sit with the man who's been on a mission.
I won't be taking you coming up to me, threatening me for my life.
However, he's been shunned by his own, hurt by many of his supposed helpers, overlooked and underappreciated by the ones in control.
A man who has touched millions upon millions of people, and he's done great work. He's made it through the scene on YouTube. It's been a year, and he's taken YouTube, TikTok, Instagram by storm. And this man is no normal man. There's a realness behind the character. He's not something as you would think of when you say social influencer. I mean, so Cjay, bro, thank you so much for coming onto the platform.
No worries, I appreciate you. Like I said, I told you, producer, this as well. This is the absolute first interview that I've ever accepted. Me and my team said yes to you for a reason, bro, because I want the truth to come out. I don't want to be on another channel right now and them kind of direct the truth into how they want it for what they think the video is going to be. I want to be raw, and this is why I'm here. Guys, this right here is going to be super raw. Love me or hate me, this is me.
Really appreciate that, bro. Bro, why do you do what you do?
Do you know what? That's the question that I'm asked every single day. Why do I do what I do? Because I got a family. I want to see a better tomorrow, bro. If I don't do what I do, who's gonna do it? I know there's other creators out there who do something similar, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. Even in hip hop and rap, you have something called a commercial gangster. And this is exactly what's happening in my industry. You're having commercial influencers. Somebody who goes up to somebody who they just met and gives them just a wad of cash and says, I love you. That to me is commercialized. Me, I'm not commercial. And this is why there's so much drama surrounding me, because I'm like the underdog doing what I do. I'm basically trying to do this in a modern generation, and people can't accept that. People think there has to be a motive behind what I'm doing, but there's no motive. This is me being raw. Because 90% of the people that you see out there right now, they're commercialized. Yeah. I'm not commercialized. I could care less about that aspect. And this is why there's so much drama surrounding me.
But bro, you know, you mention it a lot of times in your videos. You talk about it very frequently. The negativity of society, right? Where the world is going. And you basically in your videos are showing that we need to care for another. You know, where you act as a homeless man. You test people, right? And when you keep seeing these negative results upon one after the other, what keeps you going, man?
See, everybody says to me, hey, you're exposing the bad. Well, guess what? If we see that we have a problem, only then we can fix that problem. Like, this goes back to commercial influencers. They're showing only good. That's all great. Okay, good for you. But they're not showing the truth. The truth is ugly. And if we see the truth, only then we can make a change. Don't you agree?
I agree with you.
Like, if I show you the truth, we now are gonna get a reality check. If we get a reality check, we could change that reality. But if we keep seeing videos that are just not true, and they're all happy, we're gonna go with that stigma that there's nothing wrong. So we don't need a change. And that's absolutely not the truth.
When you talk about that, it's very important. But why do you, like, you put yourself in situations, man, where you're like there on the ground, snow covered up, cold, hot, people spitting at you. You had a video when someone abused you in public and no one did anything. When you're putting yourself in that situation, you know, obviously, what's going through your mind, man? What are you trying to show? Like, what's the thing? What's the thing that's driving you?
The way I see it, if I don't put myself in that situation, I can't speak about that situation. It becomes fake, it becomes phony. If I now put myself on the ground and I feel all the emotions of being degraded, of having people just walk by me and not help me, only then I could truly feel exactly what it feels like to be in that situation. Like you said before, a character. I'm not a character. I don't want to be a character. I want to be somebody who feels those emotions, and only then I could carry that out and bring it out to the media. If I feel it, I could take that out on camera and they feel it.
Some of your haters will say, okay, you're doing that, but is a bulletproof vest required? Is a security guard covered up in tattoos required? Why are you doing that? Like, you rub it into people's faces. How would you respond to that?
So, they don't know what I go through on a daily basis. Me wearing a bulletproof vest or having so much security around me is not for my safety. It's for my kids' safety. My kids need me to come home. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I get death threats every single day. I get emails. I get phone calls. My numbers have been leaked. They don't know what I go through on a daily basis. They think, oh, everything's all good. He's on camera 5 minutes, but that's not how it is, guys. You don't know my life, only I know. And the reason why I have so much security and the reason why I have a bulletproof vest and we've got bulletproof cars is because we've been in situations that my life could have been taken just like that. Like in a second, bro, like 1 second, I'm done. And I can't risk my safety. My safety is my kid's future. I don't care. I could be shot, I could be stabbed. I don't care. I'll risk it all. But now I gotta watch out for my kids. My kids need me to come home. And the thing is, we're at the point where we've become so big on social media that people think if they get to me, it'll bring them fame. So now I have this new generation who's all about fame and clout. They think if they do something to me, they'll make a name for themselves. And that's what's scary, is that people think if they harm me now, they'll build a name for themselves.
You talk about that. Recently, you were in Toronto, I believe, in this video, and I seen this video. You took it down from your TikTok, I believe, but you had it left on your YouTube, and there was these group of kids who came around, and they basically cursed you out for no reason, because you were holding a sign there, and you were actually helping homeless people in that video. And then also you had another video, I believe, just recently. You were in Mississauga, and a man came and started abusing you, and I see in the video you did not include what was a conversation, but I see by the body language that you're very involved and engaged, and you're upset at the guy, and he's barking at you. So when you deal with stuff like that, like what's going through your mind? Some people say, oh, he's going out there looking for stuff like that.
See, the thing is, I've said this before in the beginning of the interview. I'm not your typical guy who's gonna try to save the world. I don't have the look. So people look at me, automatically, they think, you know what? You're in it for the wrong reasons. So what's happening is people are coming around me and they think, okay, this guy is a bad boy image, or he looks like a bad boy, or yo, he goes to the gym, he works out, he's doing this for the wrong reasons. So now I have that generation to deal with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not, but basically, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is, I don't have the typical look that somebody would have who goes around trying to save the world. And I think that's what brings the drama. Like I said in the beginning of the interview, the drama is surrounding me because of the way I look. As sad as that is, it's just how the world is. We're not used to seeing somebody with earrings, somebody with tattoos, and we're not used to seeing someone like that going around trying to help society. We're not seeing that. And society is scared of the unknown. And I think that's exactly what it is. And this is why I'm being faced with so much drama on a daily basis. But me, I'm ready for that drama. Because if I bring the drama right back, I'm gonna be changing your mind. See, Tupac said it best himself. Let's say if you have a hungry man outside of a hotel and he's knocking on the door and he knows everybody inside is eating. So he's knocking on the door, he's saying, excuse me, I'm hungry, can you open the door? And no one's opening the door. On the third day, on the fourth day, he's no longer knocking on the door, he's breaking the door down because he's hungry and he's gonna go get that food. And this is exactly what I'm here to do. I'm here to break that door down because we've been knocking on the door for 100 years and no one's listening. Instead of knocking, I'm here to break those doors down. And this is exactly why I have the drama, because I do things in a new way. I'm here to stir shit up. And this is exactly why now people are paying attention to me. Because you know what? I was talking softly like this, and I was like, guys, we need to change. And no one was listening. And now I'm in your face. Now you have no option, bro. You have to hear me because I'm in your face. Now I'm talking to you and I'm getting through to you. This is exactly why I do what I do.
So the bulletproof, the security, the tatted up bodyguard. This is the whole message behind it. It's the whole force you're bringing up.
It's the whole force. I can't afford to get shot in the streets. I can't afford to get stabbed in the streets because I got a family to raise, bro. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I want a better tomorrow for them. So it goes hand in hand. And I'm ready. I'm prepared for whatever comes next.
But bro, I wanna also harbor on that point. Like you mentioned about like where you are now. Like I mean, everybody has a development of content and whatnot. You started off with very similar stuff, but then there's also an involvement of your content and the surroundings you had. You went through changes. I'm telling you, as I saw your content, you did take, you came into your own, I'll say around mid this year.
Yeah.
But you really brought that, you know, as you're saying, the rude boy approach.
Right.
So why did you kind of flip your content in that way?
Do you know what happened? Okay, so this is what happened. When I first started, I was just trying to be positive completely. But then I got bigger and bigger, and that's when people started coming after me. And I think what happened is that they took me being nice for a sign of weakness. And what ended up happening, people thought this guy's gotten so big on social media, maybe if I touch him, if I harm him, if I pick a fight with him, I'll get famous. And now I had to show, listen, I'm here to make a change. I'm nice, I have love for everybody, but don't get it twisted. I won't be taking you coming up to me, threatening me for my life. Because at the end of the day, if my life is threatened, by any means necessary, it will be me who goes home at the end of the day, not you. By any means necessary. So I'm here to make a change. I'm here to show that we need to do better. Like, bro, if you look at my videos, I'm here to help the streets. Like I told you, the streets won't ever kill me, but the government will. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why. If we get united, we now become more powerful than the government. The government doesn't want that, bro. The government wants us to argue. They want colonies. So they have colonized humanity. And what happens when you colonize humanity? We start going into groups. We form groups. Now we're facing each other. Because now we want what this group has. We want what that group has. And the government wants that.
100%.
And we're falling for that trick right now.
Yeah.
We're falling for it.
It's like COVID, bro.
It's like COVID. You know, this is gonna sound cliche, but strength is in numbers.
Bro, I see so much passion in you. And I see so much drive in you.
Right.
And I see there's a want, there's a need to do good.
Yeah.
But bro, nobody becomes a champion overnight. He has to go through certain adversities and something. What did you go through to become the man that you are right now?
What I've been through, listen, everybody has a story. If you sit down with any one person, every single person you encounter will have a story. And that story either could break you or that story could make you. It broke me. But then I built myself out to be bigger and stronger. Mentally. Instead of laying down and crying, I got back up and I said, you know what? We're gonna make a change.
So for the people who see your stuff and they say he's provoking, he's a fake. There's something about him that's real. I mean, he's going out there, he is putting himself in an issue, and then when backlash comes, he acts as the victim. How would you respond to that?
So the way I'm gonna respond to that is, I am no victim. Let's get that straight, yeah? I'm not victimized. It's basically me going where we have a mass of people, where we could come across and bring the message out, right? When security comes and removes me, bro, even the security comes up to me and says, listen, we support what you're doing, but we're told by the higher ups to remove you. They all got love for me. And you know what? I got love for them. I don't have any issues with security. If you see, I've never fought security off. They come to me, they ask me to leave. Yeah, there's been a few bad apples in the pie, and yeah, I'll stand up to them and then we'll have something going on there. But at the end of the day, it's all love. And this goes back to what you asked me before about how, listen, if you're hungry and you're banging on the door and they have a big feast of meal inside, you're not gonna be banging on the door, you're breaking the door down. And that's where it stands with me. I'm tired of just sitting there and talking about it and asking about it. You know what I mean? I'm here to stir shit up. That's exactly what I'm doing. And this is why we've got a huge following now. Because people are actually hearing the message. Because we're no longer asking, we're demanding.
How do you maintain being so humble, being that big? Because a lot of people with big social influences, a lot of people with big followings, they leave the scene. They leave doing this stuff. They go chill with the elites. They'll drop this. Yet you are still chilling with the homeless. You're there in the streets. You're still doing all these stuff.
Listen, as you already know, okay? Every single weekend, I'm getting called by the biggest clubs, biggest nightclubs saying, hey, listen, come party. It's on us. Free bottle service. That's not me, bro. I'm not into bottle service. I'm not into half-naked women. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here in the streets, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is why I always say the streets will never harm me, but the government will.
100%.
I'm in the streets. I'm laying with those people, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because those people are us. We are those people. We just don't know it yet. Like I told, this all comes down to what I told you about. The government wants to separate us. Okay, they want to colonize everybody.
100%.
So we turn against each other. I'm here in the streets. Do you know what? A lot of people are saying, let's go up to New York City, let's go up to LA, let's do this. That's not me. I'm here to make a real change. This goes back to what I told you earlier. A commercial influencer. I'm not a commercial influencer. You will never find me riding in a Lambo, riding in a Ferrari, bottle service. You won't see me out on the weekends in clubs. That's not me, bro. Do you know what I mean?
But bro, you know how you touched on right now, half-naked women. If you look at media right now, and you look at how things work, you know better than me that if you don't include women, you need to exploit women to get there. You know, adding them on a thumbnail, putting them out there in your videos, it gives you more views, retention. How can you stay away from all of that when you know it could give you so much?
You know what? A lot of my influencer friends have told me, hey, put women in your videos, get them to wear bikinis, this and that. That's not me. I don't stand for that, bro. I got 2 daughters.
Bro, I love that, man.
I'm all for women empowerment.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between women empowerment and guys subjecting women for sex. There's a huge difference, bro. There's a huge difference between that. Don't get it twisted. What's happening on social media is guys are exploiting these half-naked women.
They are.
They're exploiting them. Like I said, I'm all for women empowerment. But what's happening on social media is not women empowerment. It's degrading women. It's putting women down. And that's what's happening. And I won't do that. I won't put a half-naked girl on my video. I won't put a thumbnail of that. You'll never find that on my videos.
Would you consider yourself in a league of your own?
I don't consider myself in a league at all. Because I am in no race, bro. I'm here for a change. I'm not here racing with the next guy or the next guy. There is no league for this, bro. And that's the way I feel about it. There's no league. A league is a race. A league is something you win or lose in. For me, there is no losing. There's only winning for all of us. For me, for you, for everyone around us, humanity. That's it.
You know, I knew people that know you personally, and they are the ones that connected me to you.
Right.
And you have very good connections with these guys, and I have somewhat have connections with them too now as well. And they've told me about you, man. And you know what they told me about you, man. To be honest, I would not, like, you know, you're famous, but with all due respect, and I have a perception of famous people.
Okay.
And
okay, let me touch on that real quick. You saying I'm famous, this and this, right? This is exactly why I built my line. So you see this, and look what it says at the back.
Wow. Wow.
And that's exactly what I stand for. I'm not here to be famous. I wear a sweater, I wear a hoodie that says not famous. So you saying I'm famous and this and that, to me is an insult, bro. Because now you're commercializing me. Yeah, you could say you're widely known.
You're widely known.
But let's take out the famous part.
All right. You're widely known, bro.
Okay.
Yet, I had a perception that you would have this arrogance towards you.
Right.
And when I met you, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to flatter you to your face.
Right.
Because clearly we all have things to work on.
100%.
But bro, I'm not gonna lie, this really changed my perception on people that are known. Like, you are even more down to earth. You're even more humble in person.
I appreciate you.
When you come out, man. And
he's sweet talking me, guys.
No,
because I said yes to I said yes to his, you know, he's the only interview that I've said yes to in 2 years, and now he's trying to suck up to me.
Hey man, we're making it big, yo. Yeah. What's the most scariest threat you ever got?
The most scariest threat wasn't a direct threat to me made. I get emails all the time saying, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna hurt you, blah, 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 I'm gonna shoot you. But there was one email that stood out to me. And this person actually, it was very odd, and it shook me to the bone. Because it was actually referring to a 1970s. He told me a whole story. I had to Google that story. And that's when I found out that it was a very famous killing spree that this man went on. That shook me because the man was almost mentally ill where he thought I was that guy and he's going to do exactly what happened in those murder scenes to me. I think that's what shook me, because you could tell he was heavily disturbed. That email was very disturbing, but this is what happens. It comes with what I'm doing. And I accept that. I accept the good with the bad. It is what it is.
About your personal state, your daughters.
Right.
Do they know what you do? Do they understand it?
So my daughters know exactly what I'm doing because their whole school watches me.
Wow.
Their school watches me, the parents know who I am, and I'm grateful because my kids are actually, they've adapted to the mentality that I have.
Wow.
And I never want to force anything. I want them to be their own individuals, but they're going towards the same things that I stand for. And I could see that. I could see myself in them. And that's what keeps me motivated. They're watching me do what I do, and they're being the same way now. They're having empathy and humanity in their hearts. So I'm extremely proud at the fact that my daughters are actually adapting to the same mentality.
Last question, bro, is, first of all, thank you for your time. But if you were to go today, how do you want to be remembered?
The thing is this, okay? I've thought about this. If something was to happen to me today, it's okay, because I'm doing what I do, and I want the memory of my footsteps to be heard tomorrow. You could get rid of me physically, but my echoes will ring on tomorrow. That I promise you. You can't fully get rid of me from your heart. You could get rid of me from your eyesight, but you can't get rid of me through your hearts. I promise you that.